Government shut. We're still here. Day 37. What are we going to do? How are we going to do it? Can we survive? It's hitting the fan right now, though. It is. And I think the other night a message was sent to the Republicans. A lot of people are like, it's not a big deal. No, it is a big deal. Anybody who understands politics really understands it. Doesn't look through the lens of my team's got to win everything. They know everything. They're the best, and it's all a lie. If you can stand back for a second and go, okay, let's look at this realistically. What went right and what went wrong? Nothing. If we're honest. You got to be honest with the people. And, you know, Mondani won. First of all, he's a socialist, communist. I'll tell you this. Bill de Blasio was more radical than he was. Remember Bill de Blasio? He was before Eric Adams. That guy was way more radical.
He actually did cut the police force, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He did cut the police force. He stopped stop and frisk.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, he was way more radical. Remember his wife? She was a former lady of the night. And, you know.
She was a hooker?
She was.
Seriously?
Yeah, she was a former, you know. And it was the whole thing. He was way to the left of Mondani.
Interesting.
Yeah. But it's if you can be honest, yeah, the Republicans, there's some cracks right here. Now, the beauty of it is you got Democrats you're going up against. What are they going to do? How many times do we have to tell you? They're going to pick the worst option available. They are. They pick the wrong choices, and it's always about affordability. It is. I saw Bakari Sellers finally said today, the Democrats need to stay away from culture issues. Why? Because you picked the wrong side of culture issues. 80% of people believe this. 90% of people believe this. Well, what's the 5%, 10%? They're in disbelief in reality, so we're going to go follow them. No. It's about affordability. We tell you guys that every single day. Every single day. Can you afford your life? Are things a year ago compared to now, are they better? For those of you who love Trump, you're going to say absolutely 100%. For people who are honest, go, I really like Trump, but no, things aren't as great as they make them out to be. And I feel like stuff's a little bit expensive still. Right? It's not. And remember, a presidency is not a sprint, but it's also not a marathon. You got to take each thing. It's kind of like a half marathon because you got to get to that midpoint. Maybe a 5K. Isn't it? We always put the 5K. Why is it 5K? Because nobody wants to say 3 1/4 miles. That does sound stupid. We don't do that with an actual marathon, right? We don't say, oh, it's a 42.5K, whatever it is. We don't do that.
Would you like for us to start?
Yeah, I mean, it's just ridiculous. But you've got to look at it in an honest way if you are the Republicans. Like Mike Johnson coming out going, there's nothing happened the other night. It's no big deal. And anybody who understands politics says, yeah, this was kind of the wins were expected. It's how big the wins were and what people were saying on the way out that mattered. And people are frustrated. For every one that texts me and says, you're wrong, it's the greatest, it's never been better than ever before, you know what I get? I get a lot more people going, yeah, you know what? It's getting tough. Affordability's tough. And I understand that. Again, it's not over. But if we can't be honest with one another, how ridiculous is that? If we can't have an honest conversation because everybody is so ingrained in their identity in the political world that you can't even be honest with somebody, that's so foolish. And then everybody goes, well, why did we lose? Because we weren't all the things we thought, and nobody was honest enough to go, we have to address these issues. Groceries are expensive. Stuff hasn't gone the way that Trump wanted it to go. Tariffs have hurt. That's not bad. It's just honesty. Which, as we all know, and we talk about it here on the show, that is a tough thing because people don't want to hear that. People don't want to hear that it's not as perfect. It's not about whether or not this isn't going to work. I think Trump is once again, the border's fixed. It is. That's huge. It's massive. But at the same time, you get back to the thing that matters. It's always about affordability. The reason the Democrats lost, border was an issue for some, but for a lot of people, affordability. When you look at the inflation rate, even under Biden, his growth as far as wages was huge. The issue was inflation crushed any growth. If you grow by 15%, your salary, but inflation's 20%, you lose 5%. It's called math.
I think they really screwed up with that second stimulus. I think that's where the Democrats really put the nail in their coffin.
Was it the Inflation Reduction Act? That did nothing for inflation except make it bigger, right? That Trump did the first little stimulus, well, the big stimulus. Then he did the second one, which he said he regretted. But he also wanted to put his picture on the checks. We talked about that yesterday. But then Biden came in and he goes, I see what you've done and I raise you stupid.
Yeah.
And when... What, Bell? You're laughing. I can see.
I raise you stupid.
Yeah.
That actually sounds like something Biden would say.
And then at the same time, he was threatening people who didn't get vaccinated with their jobs.
Oh, yeah.
And so then that led to the shipping problems. It was just a mess.
The man was not competent. I mean,
No, he shouldn't have been in the position he was. And the fact that other people hid around him how bad it was an absolute disservice and quite frankly, criminal. And horrible, by the way, to do that to an elderly person. But his family was just as much a part of it. No, it isn't gone the way that Trump wanted it to go. I didn't think it was going to be easy. You're not going to fix something overnight. But you also have to expect that people are going to hold you accountable because you're the one in charge.
He shouldn't have said on day one.
Yes, that was the big thing. On day one, I'm going to fix this.
Because I'm telling you, that's what these young people heard.
Yes. Oh, 100%. 100. The on day one, I'm going to fix this. And the other thing is telling people everything's great. Look at this. Here's the charts. Look how great everything is. If you're bringing out charts like that, you know what you're doing? You're trying to explain a joke over and over again that probably isn't funny. And you're just like, you just don't get it. You have to show, hey, I'm with you guys. I understand what's going on. Optics matter. Despite what some of you out there think, optics absolutely 100% matter. And right now, the optics is you guys are, I see this, talking about how great the stock market is. Well, you're 27, you're $50,000 in debt. By the way, for those of you, who cares about a 27-year-old? Well, that's fine if they live at your house, right? How do you feel about that? How do you feel about the fact that they've got $50,000 in debt before they even got their first job, which AI is coming for? I mean, think about these things. And they vote. And they're a large portion of what the votes are going to be in the future. So you have to look at it. Stop being, so many people, they macro, micro, they go micro. They think about, okay, my world revolves around me, so my world's like everybody else's. No, my world revolves around me, but I know it ain't like everybody else's because my world. I can see the bigger picture. Bigger picture is because I talk to hundreds of people a day. And they all say the same thing. I don't feel like it's getting that much better. I'm a little frustrated. I thought it was going to be, like you said, day one, coming in day one, everything's going to go down. And yes, Trump overpromises. He's bloviating at times. He says stuff. He's very, hyperbolic. We get that. I don't think people expected day one, but I think they expected a little bit more. And I can't blame it all on him, but I think the tariffs have really hurt in a way that, somebody just, tweeted at it and said, all the talking head pundits are complaining that Trump has not done much domestically. It appears he's systemically transforming America back to a manufacturing base and a hub of business. We've always been a hub of business. We're never going to be a manufacturing base. We're not. And if we do become a manufacturing base, who do you think is going to be manufacturing stuff? Is it going to be a union with pensions and problems? Or is it going to be 500 robots and 2 people to run them? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That works 24/7 with no breaks. But you can't use tariffs to do something because we like stuff cheap. When's the last time you went to the store and said, give me the most expensive T-shirt in here? When was that?
Well, I always buy the most expensive thing because I want to look like I'm rich.
Well, I know you do, Bill. That's why you fly private. And by fly, you mean stows away.
Hey, they leave the baggage compartment open. It ain't my fault.
You get what you get with Bell, okay? By the way, last hour we were talking about Hallmark Christmas movies, and several of you have chimed in about Bell's what seems to be a Christmas movie, but really turns out to be more or less just a horror kidnapping.
Potato. We'll just agree to disagree.
It's going to be Long Legs, too.
It's what it is. Bell's like, do you want to live with me? Nope. Well, too bad. I asked you out of courtesy.
Ho, ho, ho.
I've seen this movie, Bell. It's called Breathe. Great movie, by the way.
Does that have a luxury underground bunker in it?
It does.
All right.
A little bit. A lot of you chiming in about this. You sound like a socialist. You want President Trump to control the price of food and gas. Did I say any of that?
No, not a bit.
Not one of that. So wait a minute. If he's the one who says he's going to bring everything down, and then when he doesn't, you say, well, you want him to. I didn't say he was going to do that. And I never said I wanted him to control that. He was the one who said he was going to do it. That's...
You can't expect him to tell the truth, Chad.
Yeah. You know, it's. I know nobody wants to know the truth. You know, the truth is interesting because a lot of people don't. That's why I tell you guys, if you want somebody to be party specific, that ain't me. I care about you guys, the listeners. I care about America. I do not care about parties. I don't care about their uniforms. Us, red, white, and blue, America, the middle class. Who is going to do better? Who's going to help us grow? Who's going to lend stability where we need it? Who is going to be that party or person that does it? That's what I care about. I don't care about a lot of the other stuff. It's all noise. It's all performative. So much of it's performative. And government's way too involved in what we do anyways. But I'm not going to... One thing you won't get here is affirmation. You're on the wrong show.
Well, and, Zoran Mamdani did the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, he's made a lot of promises. Yeah. Now he's got to come through on them.
And guess what? He made a lot of promises that he's not going to be able to keep. Right. But the difference is he's going to be able to go back and say, I tried to get you guys free housing, and Kathy Hochul and the city council told me to pack sand. You know what he's going to get? Free bus passes. Maybe a liquor store, a bodega with a cat. That's it. That's all he's getting. He ain't getting anything else. He's not getting anything else. Nobody's going to go, yeah, we'll do this. We're going to freeze rent on everything. Go see what happened. Minneapolis just did a big thing about rent freezing, which they were super excited about. St. Paul, Minneapolis. It went to crap. The law's still there. They got rid of the law, ostensibly. It's not even there anymore. They don't follow it because everybody overnight stopped building. Everybody overnight closed shop.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to do that.
Yeah. So wait a minute. You want me to build a $2 million home and go through 15 years of planning to do it so I can charge a nickel? Yeah, that's not good business. It's not. All right, coming up, we got some other stuff. It's going to be fun. Frivolity. We should do a little Thankful Thursday. Talk about the things we're thankful for. Do some of that. And we're also going to talk about what happened in Stillwater, which is insane. That's in Oklahoma. You're familiar with that?
Yeah, I got to hear about this.
Yeah, this story is getting a lot bigger. It is a story that should not be ignored. We'll do that as well as many other things. Straight ahead, Chad Benson, Super Talk 997. That's right, baby. A little Thankful Thursday. We didn't get to it last hour because of all the stuff that was going on. All right, boys, let's start with you, Ken. What are you thankful for today?
All right, I am thankful, as always, for the death, burial, and resurrection of Christ Jesus. And I am also thankful for my future son-in-law. All I've ever wanted is for my baby girl to be safe, loved, and happy, and she is, and I'm thankful for that.
Amen. What are you thankful for, Belle, with your long hair?
My cats and my emotional support cobra.
Oh, how is the Cobra doing?
Fine.
Is he?
Yeah.
What's his name again?
Spicy.
Spicy.
Could you ever bring him? Well, no, you couldn't bring him up here.
No, there's a moratorium on pets in the building.
Ah, that's right. Yeah.
Is there?
Yeah.
We can't bring a Cobra in?
Nope.
It's really not a pet, though, is it?
Yeah, it's a pet.
It's not.
Hey, just because yours didn't like you doesn't mean mine doesn't have an affection.
You know what?
for
Mine
me.
didn't care. He didn't. My Cobras didn't. They were whatever.
You boys are brave.
They never. Mine never. Again, I was young and stupid. And
Keep them fed and don't step on them. You're fine.
you know what? Cobras are hard to feed. I used to tell people that how hard they are to feed because they're called Cobra. Well, King Cobra especially, but Cobras are hard to feed because Cobras eat snakes.
Really?
Yes, that's their thing. King cobras are that's why they call them the kings. That's why they call a king snake in America a king snake, because they eat other snakes, so they're kings of the snakes kind of thing. So they're hard. They're hard to feed. They're not fun.
My dad, who was in the oil business for a long time, out in West Texas, he said that where the roughnecks would live, they would release what were called blue racer snakes.
Oh yeah,
because they killed rattlesnakes. Mm-hmm. I found that quite interesting.
Because there's a lot of stuff out there, you know. And if you ever watch a mongoose fight a cobra?
Oh yeah,
and everybody freaks out. Oh my god, the mongoose is going to get bit. Mongooses through centuries have built up an immunity. If they get bit, they will. Chances are, what's going to happen, and it's very if. Chances are, what happens is they kind of pass out for about 10 minutes, and then they're fine. But more often than not, the cobra is going to pay the biggest price because those mongooses are way too fast for the cobra. Cobras don't strike very fast. Just put that out there. Little silly knowledge that I have. I'm thankful for my daughter. She's out here visiting.
Yes, sir.
And she's having a great time. And her friend came out. We had an amazing weekend. We had a great Halloween. Family's healthy. Life is pretty damn good. It's expensive, but pretty damn good. I'm thankful for all those things. See, people, you can be thankful. Don't have to be so angry all the time.
We're also thankful for the Hallmark Channel.
Oh, God. I can't wait to see what I'm going to watch at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Sapicki just sent me a text saying that they're going to ban cobras in Tennessee. So
Probably.
that will be one law that I will be ignoring.
Yeah. You can't have this and you can't have that. And you can't, God, you know, for a state that prides itself on all the liberty, sure always up in everybody's business about you can't have a trash panda. Why can't I have a trash panda? They could have rabies. Oh, for God's sakes, get over this.
So could my neighbor.
Yeah, that's true. Next thing you know, you bit. And you get, you don't realize. Gosh, it's so ridiculous. A lot of stuff going on. And we're going to talk about that. Tell us about Stillwater again. You've been there.
Yes. If it was not for the University of Oklahoma State, that town would just be another, 5,000, 6,000 population, small town, if that much.
Really?
Great university, great campus. Stillwater's a lot of fun. I don't like them because I don't like them whenever their football team beats my football team.
Yeah, well, we don't like that either.
It has happened from time to time.
Once in a while.
But the town, it's a nice little town right there on the southern prairie. But if it wasn't for that university, man, it wouldn't be much.
Well, unfortunately for Stillwater right now, there's some stuff going on there. We're going to talk about that. It is.
I got to hear this.
Yeah, this story is crazy. A lot of other stuff. I got some of your text messages too. Again, calling me a libtard is absolutely ridiculous. All right. Call me independent thinker. I'm fine with that. Right. An iconocrat. Right. Things of that, a Republitarian. But the you're a libtard because Trump. Like that's your answer? Hey, Bell, Trump.
You don't say things that I 100% agree with.
Yeah, but
you don't fall in line, man.
Yeah, the interesting thing is when we first started here, because I am independent. I mean, that's my national show. The first line that comes out is independent thought. It used to be punk rock, but apparently that scared some of the people. Punk rock and thought, punk rock in life and independent thought used to be it. But apparently, honest to goodness, it scared some of the stations, some of those like little AM stations I was on. Oh my God. But that's me, punk rock and independent, and I like it that way. We should all be more of that. Okay? So, not a libtard.
Okay.
Be you. Don't do the group think.
Oh, God, there's so much groupthink. Stop being tribal. Stop being tribal. Coming up, Oklahoma. This is going to rile you, and it should rile all of us. We'll talk about that straight ahead. Chad Match Super Talk 997. You text the program. Mike H. Mike, love you, brother. Says, pretty contradictory, all the things you're thankful for after you just said life sucks. I never said life sucks. I never. Remember, my life, pretty damn good. A lot of other people's lives, not so much. Struggling.
People just have this need to think in the terms of black and white.
Yeah. The nuance is the most lost thing out there. We can't even find it anymore. Just where is anybody find nuance? Somebody send him to me, please.
You know, people can, there is such a thing as struggling, but still having happiness in your life.
I have known people who are so wealthy and freaking miserable. We just talked about a guy today who killed himself. NFL player, scored his first touchdown, 24 years old, seemed to have the world in his hands, killed himself. You would say his life was probably pretty good. Something was wrong. Then I've known poor
Something
people.
was very wrong.
Yeah, and I've known poor people that smiles on their faces, always looking at, it's not. When we talk about how expensive life is, how struggling and how frustrated people are, that's just truth. That's not.
And nobody on the show is suggesting that maybe, hey, kill yourself because things are bad.
No.
Never do that.
No. It's just pointing out what's going on and talking about it in a political way for votes. For votes. But just because life is hard doesn't mean you can't look at the good things that you have. And when you change your thing to all the great things we have, we live in America. It's the greatest place on earth. Period. We live at the greatest time in the history of mankind. Doesn't mean, though, if you've got $8 in your bank account, you just paid your rent, your car payment's overdue, they're going to shut off your phone, then you can't be frustrated. Most people will be frustrated with this, and you should. All right, Ken, here you go. This story is starting to get headline news.
Tonight, outrage in Oklahoma, protests erupting after a high school student accused of rape and strangulation will no longer serve prison time.
So turn around for me.
Body camera video showing authorities arresting then 17-year-old Jesse Butler back in March. Prosecutors initially charging him as an adult with 11 counts in connection to the alleged violent sexual assault of 2 victims.
Stay strong, okay? Say your prayers.
Butler had pleaded no contest and was facing significant prison time until prosecutors agreed to a defense request to downgrade him from an adult to a youthful offender.
So, now I want you guys to understand this. 10 rapes he pled no contest. 78 years they gave him. And they suspended the entire sentence, gave him 100 hours of community service, and if he stays out of trouble until he's 19, no sex offender list.
What in the world?
I want you to understand, 78 years. They decided, oh yeah, well, let's push it back to him being a kid. The girl, one of the girls, he almost choked her to death and almost tore her throat out. She had to have surgery. He did horrific things to them. And let's just say the people in Stillwater and the surrounding areas are not happy. Does race play an issue? Maybe a little. But you know what the race really matters? Green. His family's influential, and they've got money. And when you've got green, you can make things happen.
Interesting. I've got to look this up.
Oh yeah, they sentenced him, and all happened over the last couple weeks, but I saw the case and I thought, well, that's kind of weird because it said he pleaded no contest, but it didn't go into details. And then it started getting into, as people started to dig, because people around Stillwater started making noise that this kid had done these horrific things to these girls with not just rape, but with assault, doing things, that you just, and now people are going, okay, wait a minute here. We need to investigate this. And this isn't a Republican-Democrat thing. This is, are you blanking kidding me? By the way, if I was a father of one of those girls, I would be like, oh, he got everything I wanted him to get because now I don't have to go to jail to kill him. I don't know how he fell in the wood chipper. You should probably try me as a child.
Wow.
Yeah. If you kill somebody who sexually assaulted your daughter and 9 of her friends, when you go to prison, you know what they do? They treat you more like a hero. Oh, we were going to kill you, but you know what? No. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a code apparently in the prisons for
Yes.
people who do bad things to children.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, it's very much so to pedophiles, but even
Rape.
any sex offenders in general
Yes.
do not do well in there.
Absolutely. 100%. 100%. This kid, too, is giant. I mean, he's huge. And what he did. And then when all this was going on, he also got in trouble because he went and tried to talk to some of the accusers, broke a bunch of court orders. Oh, and he's got a curfew. Okay. And he can't be on social media until he's 19. Oh, okay. You have to ask yourself, if you're a judge, it felt like one of those movies where you go back and it's like 1952. It's like, oh, we don't want to ruin these kids' lives. They were just playing around.
Yeah, he ruined their lives,
Yeah.
but his shouldn't be ruined.
Yeah. I mean, it is.
That would be mean.
Yes. It is. It's crazy. Mom and dad need to go to jail. Yeah.
Do we know if any of the girls got to give impact statements?
I think, well, no, here's the thing. So they went in and I don't think anybody knew what had happened until later. And they're all just like, are you blanking kidding me? By the way, this wasn't 7 months. This was 78 years. Years. Insane. How do you not look and go, okay, who's the judge that decided this was the best idea?
If he ever reoffends, that is completely on the head of the judge.
Oh, 100%. Oh, right. Yeah. Like 100%. And by the way, if you're the judge, I bet you're retiring. Several of you have all said the same thing. If that was my daughters, well, you know what? We know what would happen. Yeah, a wood chipper.
In that part of Oklahoma, they better be careful.
Yeah, if I was them, I would say we're going to have to move.
Do you remember the case of the guy who he had been extradited back, and one of his victims, one of the boys he had molested, his father was waiting in the airport with a gun.
Yes, I remember that. It was the karate instructor that did that, and that dude was pretending to be on the cell phone. It's a payphone, kids, and turned around and blasted him.
Just put a bullet right in his head.
Wow.
And he deserved it. And he does. When you do things to kids, you deserve exactly that. Especially when you get 78 months. Stillwater, I'm surprised too, because now a couple of the big Republican Congress people have come out and said, we need to investigate this. We need to investigate a grand jury investigation on how this happened.
Yeah, it sounds to me like there's a good probability that a judge needs to be impeached.
Yes. Yes, 100%. Judge needs to be impeached. They need to be removed. You need to investigate where money flowed where. Also, where's the prosecutor? Where's the DA who fought to get this guy 78 months and to plead to no contest, who seemed to think it was okay that they decided to bump him down? And come on. Good God. 78 years. That's a long time.
You said months earlier. I was getting
No, today it was
confused.
78 years. Yeah, 78 months is a long time.
Not long enough.
No. By the way, did you see Diddy's telling everybody that it's already done? Trump's pardoning him in January.
Terrible move.
I'm telling you, that cannot happen.
No.
telling you.
If he does that, I got to be honest with you guys, I'm kind of done with the whole Trump and I care about people. What Diddy did to that girl, I don't care about the hooker stuff. Again, you're adults. It's ridiculous. They overcharged and underdelivered. But what he did to Cassie Ventura and the beating he laid on her, every single person, if you're a Republican and you don't denounce him giving him a pardon, that's if he does. But you know what? If you got enough money, I think it's in play with Trump.
Well, that's the thing. Is it's just bad optics. Has he pardoned anybody that's not rich this term?
No. I mean, the Byance guy, the guy he just pardoned. And then Trump's all, well, Biden in his auto pen. And then they asked him, well, what about this guy? He's all, I don't know. I've never heard of him. Well, you pardoned him. You didn't know anything about him?
Yeah, that was odd.
You didn't know that he's partners with your kids? I mean, come on. Yeah, but I don't think he has this time pardoned anybody that's outside of, the January 6th people. I don't think he's pardoned anybody who's not well connected. And if he did this, think about this. If you're a Republican and you're running, every commercial is going to have Diddy whooping up on that lady saying, this is how the Republicans think women should be treated.
Yeah, even though that had nothing to do with the case against him, that's going to be out there. And we know the vast majority of people out there have no idea what's going on. They will not put two and two together. They'll just see that.
Yep.
Diddy should just be left to serve what's remaining on
of
his
he didn't
sentence.
get 500 years.
Yeah. And he's almost, he's 45% of the way through his sentence?
Yeah. So we get that, what is it, May of 2028, right? Is that what it was, or 27?
Something like that.
So it's not like he's not going to be in there till 2082.
Yeah, he's not dying in prison.
No. So, and I saw, and God, it's just so bizarre that if he did that, I just don't know how, if you're a Republican, how do you not stand up and say, dude, come on. What are you thinking? Do you not understand the impact it's going to have on us? You're on the ballot too, but you're just not on the ballot. But you know who is? Everybody who's got to go out there. And even if it has something to do with taxes, all you got to do is run that video over and over again and go, this guy got pardoned because of Trump. He doesn't have a long sentence. You let it go. And you got to think about the bigger picture because optics matter. Optics do. Coming up. A lot of good stuff in front of us still today. Sydney Sweeney speaking out about her good genes.
She can talk?
She can. Talk a little bit about that. She can talk. That's sexist as that.
Brother Belair.
God, I can't even believe that. Yes, and I know. We'll talk a little bit about that's Bell right there. I can't even believe he said that stuff. God, Mike, that was Bell. Address your hate to him. It is Chad Benson, Super Talk 997.
The criticism of the content, which was basically that maybe specifically in this political climate, like white people shouldn't joke about genetic superiority. Like that was kind of like the criticism, broadly speaking. And since you are talking about this, I just wanted to give you an opportunity to talk about that specifically.
I think that when I have an issue that I want to speak about, people will hear.
There you go. Little Sydney Sweeney, by the way, talking about her good genes from American Eagle. Did you see her the other night? She's wearing a dress or an outfit like a jumpsuit. Virtually nothing. There's no top at all. And I mean, she was showing everybody she's got good genes, even though there was no genes involved in it that you wear.
She's going to catch a cold.
She is. It was a little colder out there is what we're saying. See-through sheer jumpsuit. It was awful. I can't believe she did that.
Good for her.
Are you looking it up?
Yeah.
Good.
Actually, I am.
You should. I mean, Let's all do it just to make sure it was. I didn't see it.
Where was she wearing this at?
What do you mean? It was at I think there was a movie debut. I don't know what it was. It was a sheer kind of outfit. I said the word sheer. Trust me, you see it, you'd be like, sheer, baby, sheer. Holy guacamole. She's the talk of Hollywood. I bet she is. By the way, there is no hiding. She's all woman, baby. All woman. Whole bad. She's nice looking. That's all we're saying.
Oh, there we go.
There you go. What do you think?
I approve.
You approve? Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean,
she has a really nice smile.
She does. She got two of them. Very nice smiles. She got a big smile and another big smile. That's not very nice, guys. Just being honest. Red-blooded Americans. Mister, I'm red-blooded American. Oh, man. So we're talking a little bit more about, it's funny, still people chiming in about, you said life sucked. I never once said life sucked. I've sometimes wondered, do you ever wonder that, are you listening to the same station? Are you texting us and listening to somebody else?
Van Gogh.
That's like Brother Phil used to say. Van Gogh listeners.
Yeah. It's curious, are you texting somebody else that you think you're texting because you listen to them? Just curious. Yes, we know our mics are on, and yes, we like it. Very nice looking. Very nice. Very nice. Sydney Sweeney. Very nice. Very nice. So if you guys go look, very nice. She's healthy. That's all we're saying. And we would know. Remember the movie Scrooged?
Yeah.
When they're like, can you see the nipples now? We can't see them at all. And they're trying.
That's one of my favorite Christmas movies.
I can't get the antlers to
stick.
stick. Well, I'm trying with glue. Well, have you tried Staples? Oh!
If I can't work late, I can't work late.
Such a great movie. Oh, my Lord. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, coming up. Hour number 3 of the program. Who knows what we'll talk about, but I guarantee it'll be fun. Chad Benson, Super Talk 987.